Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Millennial Revolt, an independent political talk show that seeks to bring a different narrative than the stale one we have going on in the mainstream media. Now, today is a very frustrating day. It's a very angry day. It's just so many emotions going on right now. If you are a Bernie supporter, as you know, today Bernie Sanders has officially endorsed Hillary Clinton for the Democratic nominee for her to be president. Now, if you've seen my video that I posted a few days ago, I was hoping this would not happen. I was hoping Bernie Sanders did not squander away his political capital that he has so rightly gained. I was hoping that he would take a hard look at the options that he does have and not capitulate and give in to the bullshit that is Hillary Clinton. And excuse my language, I'm just so upset. I am just so angry, and I am so annoyed at Senator Sanders right now. I truly believe that he is the right person right now to lead our country. He is where we need to go to get in us to the right steps, and the people are behind him, and for him to just squander all of this and to just throw it away, you damn near beat a Clinton. That is unheard of. The amount of money Hillary Clinton had behind her, the name recognition of the Clintons alone, and for you to come damn near close and to just give in like that is just frustrating to me. Now we're going to take a look at his speech. We're going to analyze. So let's take a look.
Secretary Clinton has won the Democratic nominating process.
Alright, so I just want to correct something that Bernie Sanders said right here. He said that Hillary Clinton has won the Democratic nomination process, which is not true. Hillary Clinton at the moment has 2,807 delegates, including the super delegates, and Bernie Sanders has 1,894. In reality, without the superdelegates included into her tally, because they don't actually vote until the Democratic National Convention, she has only 2,205 delegates. You need 2,383. So no, Senator Sanders, Hillary Clinton has not won the Democratic nominating process. She hasn't won nothing. She has stolen the election from you and engaged, along with the support of the DNC, massive voter election fraud in the and this is all in the Democratic primaries. It is riddled with election fraud. The election was stolen from you. It was stolen from your supporters. It was stolen from everyone who stood behind you. And for Bernie Sanders not to fight it, it's just so frustrating to watch this. And if you're new to the election fraud issue, I advise you to take a look at the Sane Progressive. She does an amazing series breaking everything down, going from state to state. So I will have a link in the description where you can check out the playlist. So let's just take a little bit more of a look at the rest of his speech.
Hillary Clinton understands that if someone in America works 40 hours a week, that person should not be living in poverty. She believes, we all believe, that we must raise the minimum wage to a living wage.
Hillary Clinton wouldn't even say in the debates that she supports a $15 minimum wage. The frequent thing that she would say, she would say she supports a modest increase to the minimum wage. Now, Senator Sanders, who I have so much respect for, I appreciate him in every single thing that he has done, starting this political revolution, getting the grassroots, the average people involved in the political process, people who have been shut out for years, people who would have never gotten involved. I appreciate all that, and I respect that tremendously. But what gets me so mad, and which frustrates me when I was watching this video, is Bernie Sanders wasted all of his political capital on the Democratic platform, which is a non-binding platform, which means they do not have to govern from it, which most Democrats don't, as well as Republicans with the Republican platform. They do not govern from it. So there's nothing binding Hillary Clinton from keeping her promises, saying, "Oh, I support a $15 minimum wage now," while you're running against Donald Trump in the primaries. In the general. But what happens when you get into office? Hillary Clinton has been known to flip-flop on so many issues. And for you to sit there and say Hillary Clinton understands that if you work 40 hours a week, the average worker can't live in poverty, they need a $15 minimum wage. No, she does not understand that. Hillary Clinton is getting endorsements from these giant multinational banks and corporations who do not want to see a $15 minimum wage. They do not want to see the average worker get into the middle class, an average worker not struggling every day, not living from paycheck to paycheck. She does not understand that. She couldn't even say that in the debates. So what makes you think that she's going to understand that now? It's just so frustrating to me. I don't understand it. I understand that Senator Sanders wants to unite the Democratic Party against Trump. He wants to fight Trump. But there are so many ways he could have did that. You could have stuck to your principles, stuck to your values, stuck to your beliefs, stuck to everything that you ran on during your campaign, and endorsed Jill Stein. Now, that would have been revolutionary. That would have taken courage. Not to kowtow and just fall back into the same old repetitive cycle, the same corrupt party, and endorse Hillary Clinton. It's shameful. Let's take a further look at this.
Who will defend workers' rights, the needs of minorities and immigrants, and the government's ability to protect our environment.
Alright, so we're going to take a look at what Bernie Sanders has said. He said the government's ability to protect the environment. Well, we know that while Hillary Clinton worked in the State Department, she promoted fracking all around the world. Okay? She was a big booster of hydraulic fracturing and other methods of natural gas drilling while working as Secretary of State. And during the debates, she flip-flopped on the issue. And I quote, I'm reading a quote from the Free Beacon. I will have a link to all the articles I quote in the description box. "By the time we get through all of my conditions, I don't think there will be many places in America where fracking will continue to take place." So we already know that she was lying. And Mother Jones reported that under Clinton's leadership, the State Department worked closely with energy companies to spread fracking around the globe. At the time, Clinton touted the economic benefits that natural gas development offered to developing countries. She noted that natural gas is the cleanest form of fossil fuel, emitting negligible amounts of sulfur, mercury, and particulate matter, and half the carbon dioxide of coal. She said that natural gas development by U.S. allies would reduce dependence on unreliable suppliers like Russia, which has used its energy resources as leverage to achieve strategic ends. And we already know Hillary Clinton said that she views the world as a chessboard, so that's extremely dangerous. Now, Bernie has also said that Hillary Clinton will protect minorities. Well, we already know that while Hillary Clinton was First Lady of the United States, she endorsed her husband's disastrous crime bill, calling African Americans super predators, which to me sounds racially charged, but hey, maybe I'm going crazy, and it disproportionately put African American men and minorities in prison. So she cannot be trusted with helping minorities because we already know what she has done. Now, Bernie Sanders said Hillary Clinton will protect workers' rights. Really? Well, when Hillary Clinton was the First Lady of Arkansas, she was on the board of Walmart, one of the worst companies known for workers' rights. And Hillary Clinton's campaign finance records show that Walmart has donated over $300,000 to Clinton's victory fund. Okay? So it's just amazing. It's just amazing to me. And Bernie Sanders has previously called out the Waltons who own Walmart and Walmart for their labor practices. Bernie Sanders has said Walmart's labor's practice are a prime example of how greedy corporate behavior harms workers and costs billions in tax dollars. Forbes estimate that despite Walmart being one of the wealthiest corporations in history, the company costs taxpayers roughly $6.2 billion per year due to substandard wages. As a result, many workers depend on public assistance to meet basic needs. And I'm reading this from alternate.org. Again, I'm going to have links to every article that I quote below so you can read it for yourself. So this is what Bernie says. He says, today Walmart is the largest private sector employer in America. Yet many of their employees are forced to go on food stamps, Medicaid, and subsidized housing that you pay through your taxes because the Walton family refuses to pay their workers a living wage. And these people donated to Hillary Clinton's campaign. So do you really think that she gives two craps about workers' rights? Bernie Sanders is making a fool of himself on that stage. A fool of himself. There is no good reason why he should endorse this woman for president. She is the antithesis of every single thing you campaigned for, and it makes you look very foolish. It makes you look very weak. And it is just a slap in the face to every single one of your supporters. But the good news, I can say, is that people aren't buying this load of crap. I'm sorry, Senator Sanders. I personally do not care about your endorsement, though I have so much respect for you. I will not be endorsing Hillary Clinton, and there are other Sanders supporters who will not. So let's take a look.
There is absolutely nothing in the world that would make me vote for Hillary Clinton or any one of the major organizations who are organizing across this country. There's nothing that we will do to get behind Hillary Clinton. In fact, what we will do is ensure that she will not win this presidency. We're not coming back to the Democratic Party. You cannot expose us to the corruption of the Democratic Party and then ask us to get back in line with that same corruption. It's just not going to happen.
And that's how many Bernie supporters feel. The Democratic Party, and I have said it before, is a corrupt party. The Democratic establishment is nothing but bourgeois, metropolitan bohemian trendies who care nothing about the base or the people who support them, except the fat lives they live in Washington, D.C. and New York. And the only reason why they continue to remain relevant is because they pander to the youth and minorities through social issues and through social issues to get votes. And it works. It works every single election. If you look at the way they govern, Under two Democratic presidents, we have disastrous trade policies. Under Bill Clinton, we had NAFTA being pushed, which lost us so many jobs. We have the TPP being pushed, which is an extremely disastrous trade policy being pushed under Barack Obama. We had a disastrous crime bill being pushed, disproportionately put African Americans in jail under a Democratic president. Under a Democratic president, we have an illegal drone program is expanded, and you're mass murdering people. We had Libya, the debacle in Libya, under a Democratic president. We have NATO encroaching on Russia's borders under a Democratic president. We had them expand when they said they weren't under the Clinton administration. So it's like you can't trust the Democrats. They are exactly like Republicans. There are no real difference. The only real difference that you can say is there's a D in front of them. Okay, they have the same corporate donors. Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz's donors are flocking to Hillary Clinton in droves. You have the neocons and the war hawks rallying around Hillary Clinton. And this is the person that Bernie Sanders is endorsing. Like, this is the person you're really endorsing. Now, I see United Blue. Fuck unity. I'm not standing with this corruption. I'm not standing with this mess. This election was stolen from Bernie Sanders. I refuse to participate in this corrupt party. I am deregistering from the Democratic Party and is going to be an independent. I highly, highly advise anyone. Now, you can make up your own decision, but if you truly do support progressive candidates, you do support a progressive policy push, I truly advise you to take a look at Jill Stein's platform. She is amazing. I have watched some of her speeches here on YouTube. Pretty great. She goes even further than Bernie Sanders. So if that is where you're going, by all means, please take a look at her. I know there are some Bernie Sanders supporters who say they won't vote for Hillary Clinton, but come November, they will. It's bound to happen. But I'm not going to do it. I hope you don't do it. I feel it is time we show this corrupt party we will not fall behind you. We are not suckers and just drink the Kool-Aid and be like, oh, okay, we're going to vote for the lesser of two options. It's Hillary Clinton. No, forget that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going with someone who I do not believe in. I'm not going with someone who I don't trust. And I'll be damn sure if I ever let this lady get close to the nuclear codes while I'm alive. Because if I ever vote for that woman, I would be ashamed of myself the next day. And that's it. This is the Millennial Revolt. And have a great day, guys. Bye.